Whenever I come here, it feels like my face may fall off from smiling too much. It's so strange. I'm used to this happening when I think up an idea for a novel. But when I look at the packed ring, I break into a smile. I try to meditate, but I can't focus. When I think of you, I feel like the happiest person in the world. Morning. Were you listening to me? That's a bit embarrassing. But I don't regret a thing.
Oh, I loved it. Now, if I'm not too stupid, I'm fairly confident that... no, that's support conversations. Makeup events. Yes, I have unlocked all of my wifes. If you are new here, there's about a 2 to 5 second delay between what you see on the television screen and what I see on the TV. I take a lot of screenshots for thumbnail purposes, and if at any point I edit out the gameplay, just know that it was because it was very laggy and unwatchable. Welcome back. I don't know where we left off because it's been a few days since I've played this. But I will say, most of this video will be not only bonds, but a lot of supports. So let's start off with one that I got unintentionally, because I did it in the arena, just to see what it was like. Diamond!
One of the corrupted!
The corrupted? Where?
Diamond! Help! Thanks for the save, Diamond. Sorry to trouble you like that.
No trouble at all. However, I must ask, how did that creature manage to overpower and frighten the Divine One?
It came out of nowhere. I just started running. I'm not really good with the corrupted.
Not good with them? You handle them in battle just fine.
Well, it's different on the battlefield. I can spot them first, then steal myself before engaging. That last corrupted soldier got the drop on me. My guard was down. I'm an easy target for them outside of battle.
I don't
Isn't there something that makes your skin crawl, Diamond?
I suppose hairy caterpillars can have that sort of effect on me.
Okay, let's say you knew you were about to see a big caterpillar. You'd have a chance to prepare. Now imagine you're eating dinner at home and a caterpillar suddenly drops onto your plate. Wouldn't that startle you? Wouldn't you cry out in surprise?
I probably would.
That's what sneak attacks from the corrupted feel like. Caterpillars dropping on my plate.
I understand. Very clear explanation, Divine One.
Well, that was a strange example, but I'm glad you followed it. Watch me struggle like that. Wondering. I wish I was flawless like you, Diamond.
Flawless?
Hello, Framme. Notice anything different about me? That's right. My place in the world has been restored. I'm once again the picture of elegance.
Hey, that's great! I'm glad our efforts paid off. I mean, you don't seem any different to me, but I'm glad you're feeling better.
You can't tell? I'm tilting my head 10 degrees instead of that unseemly 15.
Okay.
I really must thank you, Framme. You stood by me, even when my head was tilted much too far to be taken seriously. You were even there to help me practice my expression until I got it exactly right. Thanks to you, I understand that one graceless moment isn't going to ruin a friendship.
Exactly. Friends aren't superficial with each other like that.
Would you let me give my thanks in the form of a delicious home-cooked meal?
Yeah, I'd love that.
I will make something with those apples we gathered. It'll be both tasty and nutritious.
I can't wait! This is gonna be amazing!
Try to temper your expectations. It will only be about as good as the top restaurants.
Only that good, huh? You're really confident in your cooking.
I'm sorry in advance if the delights I prepare ruin your taste buds to all other cuisine.
I'm glad to see you're fully back to your old self, Goldmary. And I can't wait to try what you cook up!
There's gonna be a lot of this today. Well, at least in this video. I don't know if this is like the 5 o'clock upload or the noon upload or whatever. You. Wait, can I transition? Can that? We'll transition to Pepsi. And Pepsi has a lot of supports to get through. So Goldmary, Pepsi. Interesting. Okay.
The princess's singing advice proved a bit, challenging.
Indeed.
Marin, take all that oomph and hold it right under your belly button.
Mystifying. What is oomph and how does one hold it?
The funny thing is, I kinda get it now. When I focus on the spot right below my navel, my singing voice does get steadier.
Though her counsel was nigh inscrutable, you followed it well. Commendable.
Thanks, Panette. And remind me, what was it the princess told you?
She said, you're at a wah wah wah. I need you at a D D D. I was dizzy with confusion. Dizzy, I say. But when I tried to put her advice into action, something unthinkable happened. It worked.
Perfect. Now no one will even think to call us the Racket of Solm.
Certainly not. All across the queendom, we will put smiles on faces.
Instead of holes in eardrums.
At this rate, we may soon be ready to put on a concert.
A concert, huh?
Our listeners will be so mesmerized that they'll call us the Sirens of Solm.
Ooh, that would be incredible. I want people to call me a siren.
Now I'm all a-quiver. Let us resume practicing. Toot sweet.
I agree. We have to get Expecta Trifecta ready for showtime.
Yes, we'll combine our voices into an angelic harmony that does the boss proud.
I know most people don't care, but I have learned throughout editing this that I'm always curious what video I've uploaded today. So while other people don't care, I would like to look back on this, and today I uploaded support conversations and Luciana Paralogue, though the support conversation uploaded was later because I was recording this. Not that most people care.
Damn. I guess it won't be so easy to find them after all.
Panette? You're up late.
Good evening, Divine One.
What's that letter you're reading?
I employed a Solmic investigator to find my parents. This is her report. Alas, it seems the search has come up empty.
Huh. I thought you said your parents were horrible people.
Yes, well, Our conversation made me realize I have some feelings in need of resolution. I thought perhaps now, with the benefits of time, I could speak to them with a cooler head. Thus my desire to track them down. Assuming they are still alive, of course.
I'm impressed. It's brave of you to try facing them after all these years. Peanut, how about I help you find your parents?
Oh, no. I would not dream of such an imposition.
It's the least I can do to repay you for your training. Besides, we've seen our share of dangerous battles together. You, me, the others, we have a connection. We help each other. Let me help you, please.
Very well then. I will gratefully accept your aid. Truth be told, even if we do not find my parents, I have already found my family. What more do I truly need?
Bit of a cliche, but still nice. I've also changed everyone's like class back. Like I made Ivy back to a boob outfit. I think it's Wormtail or something. Worm something. But I turned everyone back because I realized I'm not exactly inheriting the skills that I thought I was. Which is dumb. Now, all that's left is Pepsi's supports.
Marin, listen. I'm sorry for blowing up at you the other day.
Blowing up is a bit strong.
I didn't understand that you were observing me so closely because you genuinely care.
No, I was in the wrong, not you. I was completely oblivious to how my actions made you feel.
You know, now that we understand each other better, I'd be happy to help you. Books about divine dragons, and nobody's asked about my life before. You want to fill that gap. Help people learn about me. I can see the value in that. What I'm trying to say is, please observe to your heart's content.
Really? You mean it?
I mean it.
Thank you, Divine One. I really appreciate that. When I'm observing you, I forget about all the stress and worry. Everything bad slips away. I just feel joyful. And I want to share that joy with others, you know?
You're truly one of a kind, Marin. Maybe I should write a book about you.
You flatter me, Divine One.
I do have a request. Stop thinking of me as more than human, alright? I may be the only divine dragon, but hey, you're one of a kind too.
You make a good point. I guess we're both rare critters, aren't we?
Exactly. Oh, and also, I want to be the first to read this book of yours.
Of course. I can't think of anyone better to fact-check it.
Plot twist, she waits until it's in the fucking stores before they fact-check, instead of fact-checking and then releasing. What's happening? I wasn't reading any of that. I just realized most of these are big-boobed women, and then you got Lapis. Alright, let's see where the bear count will be now. Lapis.
Hello, Divine One. I have something for you.
Are these crafting tools?
Yep. You said you wanted to learn crafting, and you can't practice without a set of your own.
Thank you for these.
I should be thanking you, really. I've been down on myself for a long time. You helped me shake some of that off. Your kind words about my crafting skills made me feel more confident in myself.
Good. You really are amazing, Lapis. I watched you make that weighted pack like it was nothing. I still have a lot to learn from you.
Okay. I could show you how to make a rake.
A rake? What would we use that for?
Harvesting taters.
Taters?
Yeah, I can make a rake that works on all kinds. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, Brodian yams.
Brodian yams?
Well, Brodia isn't the name, but they can grow everywhere. I even found a few near here. They're so sweet when you boil them. Now I want some. Let's get started on that rake.
Amazing. Like I said, I still have a lot to learn from you, Lapis.
Oh, you know, the problem of pre-recording all of this is despite adding to the FAP gesture count, I have no idea what the number is right now. Because in terms of editing, it's close to the funny number. I think it's at like 65 currently. Because I just uploaded, you know, part 49 and part 50 today. I have no idea what part this is. But I am pre-recording this because I don't want spoilers. Because I've noticed a lot of the times I'll be on Twitter and I'll see like, or not Twitter, it'll be YouTube, and it'll be like, all of Robin's Bond conversations. And I'm like, I want to experience that myself. So I gotta record all of this as soon as possible. Which big boob lady are we gonna talk to now? Let's go with Chloe.
You know, I've noticed how often you bring up your wish to live a fairy tale life.
Uh-huh. I've wanted that for myself ever since I was a child. I was born into a noble family. Everything in my life was planned out for me by my parents. My role as a noble daughter was to get married and then devote myself to my partner's family. They wouldn't even let me eat the street food I love so much.
Very interesting wording. She didn't say husband. She said partner. Is she canonically bisexual? Perhaps, which would be amazing.
It wasn't ordinary for a noble girl. I hated every part of that life.
I had no idea.
The life I wanted for myself was free, thrilling, and very out of the ordinary.
I didn't mean to stir up so many painful memories, Chloe.
Oh, it's okay. They're just memories. And my dream came true when I got to be a knight.
Except for the fact that you're not a knight. I have you on a griffin now. I think I previously had you as a knight, which would have been more appropriate, but yeah, right now you're on a griffin.
Meeting Princess Saline, and you, let me live the kind of life I always fantasized about. Isn't fighting alongside the divine dragon and the royal family better than any fairy tale?
When you put it like that, you might be right.
I wonder if they'll tell stories about this war someday.
It's certainly possible. And when they do, I wouldn't be surprised if you ended up as a major character in them.
What? I never thought about that. But it's a nice idea. I must become the kind of virtuous knight little kids aspire to be when they hear the story.
You're already well on your way there, Chloe.
Thanks, Divine One.
Friendly reminder that there is a delay, so I can react to the FAP gesture before it actually happens. Also, I've noticed that a lot of these people can't exactly engage or engage plus with Pepsi. So that's annoying. I don't know if it's only exclusive to Jade now because we're married. I will always call it marriage and not a fucking friendship ring. That's stupid. Alright. I don't know which one to do for you.
What would you like to talk about today, Yunaka?
This isn't easy for me, but I want you to know why I've had a hard time telling the truth. So, I'm just going to lay it all out there, okay? The truth is, I used to be...
It's all right. You don't have to tell me.
But
I can see how hard this is for you. It's obvious just looking at your face. I told you before that I won't pry. It really is as simple as that.
You're really okay with me keeping a secret from you like this?
Why are we meeting in my room? Why did the two of us meet together in my room just to essentially say nothing?
Of course. I have secrets too, you know. There's no need to make yourself uncomfortable. I only want to hear what you are ready to tell me.
Thank you. Sincerely, what I'm ready to say is that I'm truly grateful to have a friend like you in my life. I feel like I've finally found that place in the world I was looking for, you know? That's entirely thanks to you. And I won't forget it. I'm glad to fight for you and all our friends.
I really appreciate that, Yunaka.
I'll tell you all I can about my past. But I think the present is what matters. Us, here and now. We're just getting to know each other. There's so much more to say. It's like an adventure.
I forgot to stop it at the right time, so we're just gonna pretend that I stopped it right here so I can make my joke.
I'll tell you all I can about my past. But I think the present is what matters. Us, here and now.
Please don't propose, Yunaka. I am already married to the wonderful Jade.
An adventure. I like that. I look forward to continuing this journey with you, Yunaka.
Yeah, right, cool. The one who flirts or the one who just straight up said I love you?
Divine One, I must apologize for what happened last time we spoke. I was so overcome with joy, I actually made you stay with me until I was finished crying.
That's all right. I'm just glad to see you feeling better.
After it was over, I realized it would make more sense if you knew about my childhood.
Oh, what about it?
Everyone always fawned over me when I was young. So much so, in fact, it was all I knew.
That begs the question, how young? Because I hope it at least started when you were 18, but I don't know how old you are now. Because if you are currently under 18, gross. Why were people fawning over you as a child? That's not good.
But in Illusia, when you reach a certain age, you have to leave home for the academy. For the first time, I had competitors. Others were more popular than me. I was devastated. I came to understand that some people can simply be better. I began to question everything.
That must have been difficult.
Since then, I've become a bit of a perfectionist. Being anything less than ideal is frustrating. But then, you said you thought I was charming.
And I stand by that. Somehow you always manage to be charming, even on the battlefield.
Especially when you say things like, "Please die!"
Thank you. As soon as you said those words, I felt my confidence come flooding back.
Is this good crying?
Can't you tell by how these tears glisten on my cheeks like the morning dew? I'm sorry, Divine One. I have such powerful feelings. It would be a crime to contain myself. You'll just have to admire this magnificence. To your heart's content.
I'll remain by your side until you're finished.
There has to be a very interesting marriage confession there. Oh boy, I can't wait to see it.
Ivy, can I ask why you call me your deity?
During all the hardest moments of my life, the one thing I could turn to was the Divine Dragon. My faith in you gave me strength to survive.
Survive what, exactly?
My whole world. The place where I was born. Illusia Castle is a den of treachery and double-dealing. No one is safe there, and the worst part is, I had no escape. My mother was at the center of every scheme. I was forced to be near every foul conspiracy.
Your own mother.
In her world, every smile is a dagger looking for a back to stab. I hated that place. I hated what it did to everyone who set foot there. The one thing that kept me from despair was my faith. My faith in the Divine Dragon.
Yet another marriage confession. that will be hella interesting.
But why me?
At first, I worshipped merely to be contrary. They chose the Fell Dragon, so I chose Divine. It was a small, invisible act of rebellion. But it was what I needed. The more I thought about you and your life, the more I knew I didn't belong in the castle.
I'm glad to have been some help, if only indirectly.
Forgive me. To experience your kindness in such a familiar way is an intense thing for me. Could you please act a little more like a deity?
Understood. I'll try to be more considerate.
In all seriousness, Divine One, you are my strength, even now. Thank you.
Wow. Giggity. Okay, so that's all of the supports, which I think means I've gotten supports for every of my team. Because I'm not using any of these guys. I'm not using Squeaky Voice. Not using those. Not using those, especially not Doucheron. I was using Saline, but she became too weak. I'm definitely not using Monica Ryle on this playthrough. Yep, not using any of them. Not using any of them. Lapis. Why? Why? Why can you support this old fart? No, I will never forgive him! And no one there. And then finally Marin. So yes, I have unlocked all of the supports for my main team. Now let's listen to some Bond supports.
I must say, you fought gallantly in battle, Marin. I could hardly take my eyes off you.
I am pleased to hear you say so, Sir Marth. I hope I never disappoint you on the battlefield. Lady Celica, as a sign of our new friendship, I'll let you pet my wolf's fur. It's quite soothing.
That's very kind of you, and I would love to, but my hand would just pass right through.
Okay. So I have yet to get Leaf, Roy, Tiki, Hector, Twat, Camilla, Edgelord, Crom, and Veronica. Speaking of tits.
A princess from a land without sun. It's just like a fairy tale. I want to hear all your stories.
I don't know if it was truly a fairy tale, but I look forward to sharing more.
No, I enjoyed Conquest. It wasn't a fairy tale, but I enjoyed I'm going to save Edgelord for later.
You're a prince and a knight, right, Sigurd? And I'm just a lowly commoner. Oh, I'm so nervous.
It matters not from whence you hail, Lapis. We are united by our cause.
Sounds like something that Ike could also say. Just, you know, the I don't give a shit where you're from.
You know, Leaf, I get the feeling you've been through some tough stuff. I respect that.
The feeling is mutual, Yunaka. I admire your fighting spirit.
I'm still gonna count that even though it was cut off.
Has something happened, Ivy? You seem a little out of sorts.
I was thinking of my father, that's all.
The end. It's probably been a little bit past 30 minutes, but I want to get all the supports in one, so that I can also get Crom and Robin all in one video.
No way! You're a twin like me? And a younger twin sister too? We're gonna get along so good.
I'm sure you're right. Perhaps we can trade tips on how best to handle older brothers.
That is a reference I don't understand, because I have not played her game. Hello, Ike.
Lord Ike! Oh my gosh, can I get your autograph?
Sorry, but I can't actually hold a pen.
I've seen that out of context, so I'm glad to actually see that. Tiki!
Do you like training, Tiki? Maybe we could go for a run to strengthen our friendship.
I love being active, and if we're doing it together, I'm sure it will be extra fun.
I love Tiki's voice. I could listen to her for hours.
Good day, Celica. I see the weather is quite pleasant once again.
It is lovely, isn't it? It's just the sort of weather that makes me want to get out and about.
Your actions were deft and efficient in that last battle. Looks like our training has paid off.
I owe it all to your instruction, Hector. I hope that you will continue to advise me.
Without the ring you returned, we might very well be lost. Thank you, Gold Mary.
I see you know how to give a compliment. I think we'll get along just fine, Marth.
Why would he not know how to give a compliment? That seems pretty basic.
I hope my staggering charisma isn't going to be a problem for you, Micaiah.
I'll do my best to keep it from interfering with our friendship.
As an emblem visiting this world, what do you think of divine dragons and fell dragons?
I understand that one is thought to be holy and the other evil. But perhaps there is more to it?
No.
You were amazing on the battlefield today. But, do you mind hanging out a while longer?
Of course, Vale, I'd love to. We so rarely get a chance to relax and chat with one another.
You have considerable strength, Roy. It's no wonder they gave you to Brodia to keep safe.
You flatter me. I'm just happy to be working with you now to bring about peace.
Alright, finally Jade. With Edgelord.
You've been observing me quite a bit, Lady Edelgard. Is there something amiss?
Apologies. Your careful and meticulous fighting style just reminded me of a sniper I once knew.
You once knew? What happened to Bernadetta? Is she dead? Well, I guess she kinda would be. I'm gonna leave this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next part. Jackass, out!